Hold on tight, because this is an atomic bomb. Nico Williams, the diamond of Spanish football, the sprinter who makes defenses tremble, the pride of Bilbao, is at Barcelona. Yes, you heard it right. The football world is on fire, social media is exploding, the haters are in shock, and we, the Cules, are on top of the universe. Today, we're breaking down this game-changing news, explaining why Nico is the signing of the century, and why FC Barcelona is on the verge of conquering the world. If you're already freaking out with this news, like, subscribe, and hit the bell to not miss out on the Cule revolution that's coming. Let's go, folks, because this is just the beginning. This is not a rumor, it's reality, and here at Barcelona Unfiltered, we're revealing it in true Cule style, unfiltered, fearless, and with a Blaugrana heart. Get ready for the most epic analysis you'll hear today. Let's get straight to the point, folks. Nico Williams, the 22-year-old winger who has turned La Liga and the Spanish national team upside down, has signed with FC Barcelona until 2031. According to official sources, Barcelona has paid the €58 million release clause to Athletic Club. A move that shows the Blaugrana club isn't playing small. This signing isn't just a reinforcement, it's a declaration of war on the rest of the football world. Nico, with his supersonic speed, devilish dribbling, and ability to unbalance at any moment, is the perfect weapon for Hansi Flick's project. Imagine Nico running down the left flank, combining with LAMINE on the right and PEDRI and GAVI in the center. It's not just a team, it's a machine built to destroy defenses. Why is Nico so special? Let's talk straight. In the 2024-25 season, Nico was a nightmare for rivals in La Liga. His stats with Athletic Club are out of this world, 8 goals and 17 assists in 37 matches. But it's not just about the numbers, it's about what the stats don't show, his audacity, his hunger, his ability to appear at key moments. This guy was born to play at Camp Nou, to wear the Blaugrana jersey, to make Cule supporters vibrate. And now, for the 2025-26 season, Nico is coming to be the leader of a Barcelona that wants to reclaim the throne of Europe. But folks, it hasn't all been easy. Real Madrid, yes, those who always want to steal our dreams, tried to interfere in the operation. According to reports, they offered an astronomical sum to take Nico, but the guy was clear about his destiny. Nico Williams said no to Madrid and yes to Barcelona.
Why?
Because Nico knows that Barcelona is more than a club. It's a philosophy, it's a feeling, it's the place where cracks like him become legends. While the Whites cry in Chamartin, we celebrate in Barcelona. It's a bold move, folks, and not just Madrid wanted Nico. Teams like Liverpool, PSG, and Bayern were also after him, but Nico chose Barcelona. Do you know why? Because here, he won't just play football, he will make history. Hansi Flick, the coach who already won the Super Cup, the Cup, and La Liga last season, has a master plan, and Nico is the key piece. Flick knows that with Nico, Barcelona won't just dominate Spain but will also reign again in the Champions League. This isn't a dream, it's a reality that's about to explode. Now, folks, let's dive deeper. What does Nico Williams mean for FC Barcelona? Let's first talk about the style of play. Hansi Flick has built a vertiginous team, a Barcelona that presses high, recovers quickly, and attacks mercilessly. Nico fits like a glove into this system. His speed on the left flank will be a headache for any fullback in the world. Imagine Nico against Dani Carvajal in a classic. He will destroy him, leave him on the ground, turn him into a meme. And that's not all. Nico has the intelligence to combine with his teammates, with PEDRI and GAVI giving passes, with Rafinha and LAMINE opening the play, and with Robert Lewandowski finishing in the box. This Barcelona will be unstoppable. Moreover, Nico brings something Barcelona needed: youth and ambition. At 22, Nico is a born leader. He proved it at Euro 2024, where he was one of Spain's stars, and he proved it at Athletic, where he was the soul of the team. Now, at Barcelona, he will grow alongside cracks like LAMINE, who, at 17, is already renewed until 2031, and GAVI, who is coming back from an injury to be the engine of the team. This golden generation, led by Nico, is the one that will return Barcelona to the pinnacle of world football. And we can't forget the impact off the field. Nico Williams is an idol for the supporters. His charisma, his humility, his connection with the fans make him a player who will fill Camp Nou. Jerseys with Nico's number are already flying off the shelves in stores. Kids on the streets of Barcelona already want to imitate his dribbles. Nico isn't just a signing, he's a phenomenon. And at a time when the club continues to struggle with economic issues like the negative equity it still drags, this signing shows that Barcelona is alive, it breathes, it doesn't give up. But, folks, let's also be realistic. Nico is joining a team that, although it just won a domestic treble in the 2024-25 season, still has enormous challenges ahead. The Champions League is the big pending test, and Nico will be key to conquering it. Additionally, the club's economic situation remains delicate, with a debt that forces creativity in the market. Paying the €58 million for Nico's clause wasn't easy, but Barcelona did it, showing that when it comes to betting on the future, there are no limits. Folks, the world is in shock with this signing. Social media is on fire. On X, the hashtags NicoAlBarcelona and BiscoAlBarcelona have been trending worldwide for hours. The Culés have filled the streets of Barcelona with chants. The club stores have run out of jerseys with Nico's name even before his number was confirmed. This isn't just a signing, folks. It's a Culé revolution. Barcelona is alive, it's strong, and with Nico, it's ready to take off. Now, folks, let's dive into Nico Williams' history, because to understand why this signing is so special, we need to know the path that led him here. Nico isn't a player who came out of nowhere. He's a talent forged in the athletic club's youth academy, with a story of sacrifice, talent, and heart that makes him perfect for Barcelona. Born on July 12, 2002, in Pamplona, Nico grew up in Bilbao in a modest family with Ghanaian roots. His older brother, Inaki Williams, was already a star at Athletic, and Nico, from a young age, dreamed of following in his footsteps but also surpassing them. From his days in Athletic's youth categories, Nico was different. At 14, scouts were already talking about a winger with diabolical speed, electric dribbling, and a game vision that can't be taught. At 16, he was already training with Athletic's first team, and at 18, he made his La Liga debut in the 2020-21 season. From that moment on, the world knew it was dealing with an extraordinary talent. In the 2024-25 season, Nico exploded onto the scene. 8 goals and 17 assists in 37 matches, numbers that transformed him into the best young winger in Europe. But it's not just about the statistics. Nico is magic, he is passion, he's the kind of player who makes you jump out of your seat. His impact at Athletic was brutal. In 2024, he led the team to glory in the Copa del Rey, breaking a 40-year drought at San Mamés. Nico was the idol, the guy who made a demanding fanbase dream. But Nico knew his destiny was greater. When Barcelona called, he didn't hesitate. Despite offers from clubs like Liverpool, who offered him a project with Jurgen Klopp, or Bayern Munich, who wanted to recruit him to replace Kingsley Coman, Nico chose Barcelona. Why? Because this club is different. Because here, they don't just play football, they make history. But Nico's path hasn't been without challenges. As a black player in European football, Nico has had to face racism in several stadiums. During a match against Atletico de Madrid in 2023, he had to endure insults from the stands, but he responded with a magnificent goal and a clear message: "I am stronger than hate." This mentality is what makes him perfect for Barcelona, a club where the pressure is immense, but where the great become immortal. Nico doesn't just have talent, he has character, and that's what will turn him into a Culé legend. And we can't forget Nico's personal sacrifice. According to reports, he accepted a lower salary than what other clubs offered him because he wanted to be part of Barcelona's project. This Culé gesture is something we must value. Nico didn't come for the money, he came for the glory, for the crest, for the supporters. And when he steps onto the Camp Nou with the Blaugrana jersey, the stadium will tremble. Folks, let's dream big. Imagine Nico Williams integrated into FC Barcelona's squad. This isn't an ordinary team, it's a football machine led by Hansi Flick, a coach who has transformed Barcelona into an unstoppable force. Nico isn't arriving in a broken locker room, he's arriving in a brotherhood, a group of young, talented, and hungry players who are ready to conquer the world. Let's analyze how Nico will fit into this team, because the chemistry that's brewing is out of this world. Let's start with the attack. Nico, with his supersonic speed and ability to break through, will form a deadly duo with LAMINE Yamal. LAMINE, at just 17, is already a global star, renewed until 2031 and compared to legends like Messi for his talent. Imagine Nico on the left and LAMINE on the right, two wingers who don't just run, but think, combine, and destroy defenses. Rival fullbacks like Dani Carvajal or Kyle Walker won't know what to do. And in the center, Robert Lewandowski, who remains a predator in the box at 37, will feast on Nico's crosses. Every step, every run, every pass from Nico will end in a goal, because this team is designed to shine. In midfield, Nico will find the perfect partners. PEDRI, the magician from the Canaries, is the brain of the team. His millimetric passes, his game vision, will be the fuel Nico needs to explode. Every ball PEDRI gives him will be an opportunity for Nico to make magic. And then there's GAVI, the warrior, the soul of Barcelona. GAVI runs, presses, recovers, and that will give Nico the freedom to focus on attacking. Imagine GAVI stealing a ball in midfield, giving it to PEDRI, and the latter launching Nico on a counter. These actions will be deadly. In defense, Nico will also be well supported. Ronald Araujo and Jules Kounde form an impenetrable pair, with Alejandro Balde and Joao Cancelo flying down the flanks. This team doesn't just attack, it defends fiercely, and that will give Nico the confidence to take risks. And in goal, Marc-André ter Stegen remains a safe bet. With this squad, Nico won't just shine, he will lead. Hansi Flick, who has already demonstrated his tactical genius last season, is obsessed with Nico. According to reports, Flick has designed specific plays to exploit Nico's speed and dribbling. In training, Nico is already showing a special connection with his teammates, especially with LAMINE, YAMAL and PEDRI. The chemistry in the locker room is incredible, and it will show on the field. This Barcelona won't just play well, it will make you fall in love. And with Nico, Camp Nou will be a party every weekend. Folks, let's talk about what Nico Williams means for the 2025-26 season, both in La Liga and the Champions League. In Spain, Barcelona is already the big favorite after last season's domestic treble, but with Nico, the domination can be historic. La Liga isn't ready for what's coming. Teams like Real Madrid, who depend on Vinicius Jr. and a Kylian Mbappe who isn't integrating, or Atletico de Madrid, who still can't find consistency, will suffer against this Barcelona. Imagine a classic at Camp Nou, Nico Williams running down the left flank, leaving Lucas Vázquez or any defense Madrid puts in his way in the dust. Every sprint from Nico will be a dagger to the Whites. And it's not just in the classics. Teams like Girona, who surprised a few seasons ago, or Sevilla, who are always a tough nut to crack, won't have an answer to Nico's speed and talent. La Liga will be a Barcelona monologue, and Nico will be the protagonist. But the big Culé dream is the Champions League. Barcelona has been chasing this fifth Orejona for years, and with Nico, we're closer than ever. Last season, the team made it to the semifinals but fell to Bayern Munich in a tight match. This year, with Nico in the squad, the outlook is different. Teams like Manchester City, who remain a machine under Pep Guardiola, or PSG, who are chasing their first Champions League, will tremble when they see Nico run. His ability to unbalance in big games, as he demonstrated at Euro 2024, will be key in the knockout stages. Imagine a match against Liverpool with Nico up against Trent Alexander-Arnold, or against Bayern, making a fool of Joshua Kimmich. Nico won't just score goals. He will decide matches and change the course of the Champions League. And with Flick's system, based on high pressing and quick transitions, Nico will be a nightmare for European defenses. The rivals already know it. Barcelona, with Nico, is a serious title contender. Folks, let's talk about the legacy that Nico Williams can leave at FC Barcelona. This signing isn't just for the 2025-26 season. It's a long-term bet, a move that can define an era. Barcelona has always been the club of legends. Johan Cruyff, who changed the history of football, Ronaldinho, who brought magic, Lionel Messi, the greatest of all time. And now, Nico has the opportunity to write his name in this golden list. What makes Nico a potential legend? First, his talent. Nico isn't just a fast winger, he's a complete player. He can dribble like a demon, assist with surgical precision, score decisive goals, and work in defense when the team needs it. He's the kind of player Barcelona has always sought, someone who combines individual talent with collective sacrifice. In Flick's system, Nico can play as a pure winger, a false nine, or even as a playmaker, giving the team brutal versatility. Next, his charisma. Nico is a magnet for supporters. His smile, his humility, his way of celebrating goals, all of it connects with people. At Barcelona, where supporters are the heart of the club, Nico will be an instant idol. Kids on the streets of Barcelona are already imitating his dribbles, adults are buying his jersey, and we're all ready to chant his name in the stadium. Nico won't just play, he will inspire. Finally, his potential to win titles. Nico didn't come to Barcelona to pass the time, he came to make history. At Athletic, he led the team to glory in the 2024 Copa del Rey, breaking a 40-year drought. Now, at Barcelona, his goal is even bigger. La Liga, the Copa del Rey, the Supercopa, and, above all, the Champions League. With Nico, Barcelona won't just fight for these titles, it will win them. Imagine Nico lifting the Champions League trophy at Wembley, with Camp Nou watching on the screens and exploding with joy. That moment is near, folks. The signing of Nico Williams has shaken the football world, and the reactions have been swift. Let's analyze how rivals, the press, and social media have responded, as this move has left more than one with their mouths open. Let's start with Real Madrid, because there's nothing more satisfying than seeing the Whites in crisis at Chamartin. The supporters are in shock. They thought Nico was theirs, that their money and supposed prestige would convince him. But Nico gave them a slap without even touching them. He chose Barcelona, the club of values, the club of beautiful football. On X, the Madrid fans are unleashed, crying with messages like, "Nico made a mistake," or "Barcaroba." Let them choke on their tears while we celebrate. The Madrid press, as always, is in damage control mode. Newspapers like Marca try to downplay the impact, saying Nico isn't that good or that Barcelona paid too much for a player without experience in big clubs. What a joke! What they can't stand is that Barcelona stole the signing of the century from them. Meanwhile, the Catalan press is in ecstasy. Sport talks about Nico as the new king of Barcelona. Mundo Deportivo talks about a historic market move, and it's not just in Spain. In England, The Guardian qualifies the signing as a move that changes the balance of power in Europe. In France, L'Equipe says Nico is the future of world football, and in Italy, La Gazzetta dello Sport assures that Barcelona is building a team to dominate the next decade. Folks, let's talk about Hansi Flick's Barcelona and what we can expect in the immediate future with Nico Williams on the team. Flick arrived at Barcelona in 2024 with a clear mission, to bring the club back to the top. And in his first season, he did it brilliantly. A domestic treble, spectacular football, and supporters who started dreaming again. But Flick didn't settle for that, and Nico is proof that his ambition has no limits. Flick's system, based on high pressing, intensity, and vertical football, is perfect for Nico. In the first training sessions, according to reports on X, Flick is already working with Nico on specific plays, overlaps on the side, combinations with PEDRI and YAMAL, and movements to exploit the spaces left by Lewandowski. This isn't just a signing, it's a tactical revolution. Flick knows that Nico can be the X-factor, the player who makes the difference in big matches. The 2025-26 season schedule is demanding, but with Nico, Barcelona is ready for anything. In La Liga, the team will start against Valencia, a tough rival, but with Nico on the side, Barcelona has all the chances. Then will come key matches against Atletico, Sevilla, and, of course, the classic against Real Madrid. This match, folks, will be historic. Nico against his former suitors, Madrid, with Camp Nou roaring. There's no better scenario for Nico to show why he chose Barcelona. In the Champions League, the draw has put us in a tough group with rivals like Inter Milan and Arsenal, but with Nico, we're not afraid of anyone. His experience at Euro 2024, where he was key for Spain, has prepared him to shine in big scenarios. And in the Copa del Rey, where Barcelona defends the title, Nico will be the secret weapon to advance rounds and reach the final. Folks, today is a day to celebrate. Nico Williams is at Barcelona, and the football world is at our feet. This signing isn't just a reinforcement, it's a message. FC Barcelona is alive, it's strong, it's ready to conquer everything. Nico is the present and the future, the player who will lead us to glory, the star who will make the haters eat their words. While the rivals cry, we dream big, because that's what we do, we Cules. So, folks, get ready for what's coming. The 2025-26 season will be epic, and Nico Williams will be the protagonist. We will fill Camp Nou, we will chant, "Força Barca," we will support this team to the final, because together with Nico, with Flick, with this dream squad, we will make history. Visca el Barca, Visca Catalunya, and Visca Nico Williams. If this thunderbolt gave you goosebumps, like, subscribe, and hit the bell to not miss out on the Culé revolution. And now, I want to know, what do you expect from Nico Williams at Barcelona? Do you think he will be the best winger in the world? Which title do you want him to win with us? Say it in the comments and let the world know that Barcelona is invincible. See you in the next video, folks.